Growing up as a kid, I used to love going down to the bakery and grabbing a fresh sausage roll. So today, I'm going to show you how to make them along with a nice tomato relish to go on the side. Let's get stuck into it. So first, we're going to start with the relish. I've got a pot of boiling water where I'm going to blanch my tomatoes for 60 seconds. This is just going to help remove that skin off the tomatoes. Once that's done, place into a bowl with ice and water and let sit. Remove the skin from all your tomatoes. Okay, so now that we've removed the skins, we're just going to dice those tomatoes. But first, we want to just take the seeds and the insides out. We can use a spoon for that. Just scooping the inside of the tomatoes out. Once that's done, dice all your tomatoes and place them into a bowl. In a saucepan, heat extra virgin olive oil, then place in your diced onions and saute for 2 minutes before adding in your finely chopped garlic and ginger. Saute for a further minute. All right, now that onion, garlic, ginger is sauteed down, we're gonna go in with those diced tomatoes. Then we've got some apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, we've got white and brown sugar, some mustard powder, some curry powder, some tomato paste, and a pinch of salt. All right, once we've brought that all together, we're gonna let that simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes until it comes to that nice relish-like consistency. Keep that simmering on a low heat. Just make sure to check on the relish every 5 or so minutes to stir. So once your relish is nice and thick, place into a sterilized jar. This can store for up to 3 months in your fridge if you haven't finished it all by then. All right, so now let's get started with the sausage rolls. To start, prepare your mirepoix, which is just a base of diced onions, celery, and carrots. For the sausage rolls, we're looking for a fine dice. We don't want those big chunky vegetables in those sausage rolls. For your onions, make 5 vertical cuts, then a few horizontally before finely dicing. For your carrots, cut slices before cutting into battens, then dice. Do the same for your celery. So for the other ingredients, we've got a mixture of 250 grams pork mince and 250 gram beef mince. We've got some toasted fennel seeds, which I've just toasted lightly in a pan, some breadcrumbs, fresh thyme, some chili powder, 4 garlic cloves, and then we've got some salt and pepper as well. A couple of eggs just to bring it all together. In a pan on medium heat, add in your olive oil and unsalted butter, followed by your vegetables, along with a pinch of salt. Then you're going to saute these vegetables down for around 15 minutes. Keep managing the heat on these. We don't want it too high. You're just wanting to sweat them down before we add in the garlic, which you're then going to saute for a further 2 minutes. Place those vegetables into a bowl and set in the fridge for 10 minutes to cool down. In a large mixing bowl, add in all the ingredients followed by the cooled vegetables. And then we just get in there and mix it all together. Crack 1 egg into a small bowl. This is for your egg wash. Bring your frozen puff pastry out of the freezer 15 minutes before you roll, just so the pastry is more pliable. To start rolling, place a handful of the mix onto the lower part of the puff pastry, making sure to spread it out evenly. Try not to overfill these. Roll to the halfway point before brushing egg wash and closing. Cut the sausage rolls in half and place into a lightly oiled tray. Repeat for the remaining filling. With all the rolls laid onto the baking trays, brush the tops with egg wash, then sprinkle them with sesame seeds. All right, so they're ready to go into the oven now. I've got my oven preheated at 180 degrees Celsius, and we'll pop them in there for about 25 to 30 minutes. Just check on them and want them nice and golden brown. They should be delicious. So here they are, fresh out of the oven. They look delicious. This recipe is always going to taste better than your store-bought versions, and they always taste better knowing that you've personally made them yourself. All right, time to plate up. Spoon a decent amount of the relish because you'll definitely need it as it just tastes so good. Then serve up those sausage rolls. All right, let's see how these taste. Yum. Those fennel seeds really are the key to the insides of those sausage rolls. And of course, that delicious relish. I mean, if you don't have time to make the relish, you don't have to. You can opt out for store-bought or even just a classic tomato sauce is fine. But if you have the time, definitely give it a shot. Thanks everyone. If you enjoyed that one, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next video.